Good afternoon, YouTube. Today I just want to have a brief video on Car2Go pulling out of Calgary. My fellow Calgarians, if you're watching this, perhaps you might know a little bit more intimately what's going on. Car2Go came to Calgary a few years ago. Since they've come, they've been an immense help to many Calgarians that have created accounts with Car2Go to essentially travel to their destination quickly and drop a car off, after their time is expired, and they pay by credit card and membership and so on and so forth. And it's been a very effective and efficient system for most people. If anything, if there's a negative attribute I could place, it was the vehicles. These smart cars are not very good in the winter, and they've been absolutely terrible handling the Canadian winters. And so in that respect, they have been poor performing. But in every other way, they've been effective routes of transport, alternate route to the city transit and so on. And recently they've upgraded their cars to a beautiful, I think, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, which has been quite an upgrade. They're beautiful cars, in fact. And let me just say that these are very good for the environment. They're diesel powered and they're hyper efficient. They're very small, very light, and they're essentially built by Mercedes-Benz and in partnership with C-Smart. But it breaks my heart as a citizen to see them go. Apparently, they've cited reasons for leaving as the economic climate, increasing competitive marketplace as well. Let me just say this. Car2Go is leaving because it's not fiscally responsible for them to stay. And I know companies, and I'll tell you, they're losing money here because of the city's incompetence, and here's why. In addition to most likely the taxes and so on that the city is charging them for running in the city, the Calgary Parking Authority has been basically ticketing and towing these cars because sometimes a citizen is in a hurry and they leave the car somewhere parked where it shouldn't be and so on, and they get towed. So they're most likely being I don't know if that's reported by the press, but just from my objective standpoint, I'm going to say that there's been a lot of towing fees attributed to the company, and a lot of inconvenience around the downtown core. If you live in Calgary, you know what I mean. Parking is extremely expensive, and violations of parking is very expensive, especially for the second and third offenses. If you know what I'm talking about, this is running into several hundreds of dollars. And it's completely unreasonable. Nenshi, of course, has deflected it. He says, oh, when the market changes, you have to adapt. What does he know about market adaptation? He's the reason why the economic climate in this city is extremely poor, and there's vacancy downtown, the highest ever recorded in our city's history, is disgraceful. But let me just say that he'd be the last person to try to help out Car2Go. I tell you, I bet you that Nenshi is probably happy that they're leaving. He's blocked Uber and so on in the past from operating. And I want to say, Mayor Nenshi is anti-business and pro-tax and pro-incompetence. Let me say that. So I feel, as a citizen of Calgary, I just feel absolutely terrible that this has happened, and I felt that I should comment on it, because the last thing that it says here: earlier this year, the company considered Calgary to be one of its most successful markets with over 134,000 users. Yes, there is a need for this company in this city, and if I were the mayor of this city, I would be figuring out a way to get them to stay. Just no matter what, they'd stay in Calgary, and their business would be very much appreciated. If I had to give them tax incentives or free parking whatever I have to do, whatever incentive it would take, but I would make them stay. And I just feel terrible. If you take a look at the beautiful Mercedes that they have, Car2Go adds the Mercedes CLA and GLA to its Calgary fleet. I mean, look at these cars. I have not had the pleasure of driving one, but they're beautiful. It's a Mercedes-Benz. What else can I say? You know, here they are. It's a lovely car. You know, it's a heck of a step up from the original smart car. And I mean, Car2Go is paying for this. And what does Nenshi do? Oh, they need to adapt to the market. So in other words, who cares? They're leaving, they're leaving. You know, that's exactly the stance he's always taken. And, you know, Nenshi could be the most irresponsible mayor that this city has ever had. But anyhow, that's besides the point. Car2Go, please reconsider your decision. We love you in Calgary. We hope that you stay, but if you have to leave for business reasons, then one day I hope that you come back, or we can invite you back. They're still operating in Vancouver and Montreal. That must be much more profitable for them, and I understand that. But I feel terrible that this has happened, and it's another nail in the coffin for Calgary. We're suffering here from lack of business, lack of economic opportunity, and high taxes. Everywhere you go, there's tax. There's a tax here, a tax there. Parking is unreasonable in every way. And, you know, when I tell you that if you park and you'll be towed within 5 minutes of parking there, if it's the wrong place to park and you're not attending your vehicle, I mean it. The parking in this city has gone from unreasonable to insanity. And we have Mayor Nenshi to thank for that. So I thank you, my viewers, for your time and for your attention, and take good care. Thank you. Bye-bye.